Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Councilman Beltran, for the comments. Just to start with, we still have 3 rate increases that are coming. I look at in the county, and thank you, gentlemen, from coming down. In our Tulare County, we have waste management that serves the local region, and they pay $25 a month for that service. Plus, they get 1-day service. If we were to, once you lose control, it's gone, right? So I love having local control. This is something that before some of our other colleagues here, but Councilman Beltran, if you remember with transit, giving up that local control ended up costing us more money in the long run, and we had to fight to get it back. The difference is that wasn't private, right? That was government and government compared to if we went private with this, it'd be a little different. We'd have cost savings. I like the idea of having 1-day trash service. If we were to go forward with something like this, we would have to set the rules to where they're hiring local. And then also the employees that are with the city, I would say that we have to keep those employees and also keep them at the same wages. There's no wage decrease in the process of swapping over. Now, if they hire new employees going forward, they can figure out the costs there, but to the employees that are with the city, I would want them to stay at the same rate. They would not be affected by this. Something else that I think is crucial, Vice Mayor, you hit it on the head, Teapot Dome Transfer Station. I know there's been talks with county supervisors to try to come up with something like this, but if we could create an area at Teapot Dome for all of our locals to be able to go and dump their loads, that would be beneficial for the community, or even possibly open up a dump site on the southeastern side of Tulare County. That is something that can be negotiated through this process, and some kind of partnership with city land and whoever we end up going with through the RFP. I really like that all-American theme. I think you guys have been paying attention to our council meetings possibly. You know how to hook me, I guess you could say. I wouldn't mind pushing for something like that. I also, the idea of donations to civic events or projects in the community, really love that idea as well. It would be nice to have that. Something else that stands out is the franchise fee of $1.5 million to $2 million annually. And so that would be somewhat of a game changer for the city of Porterville. That would increase our general fund and help us with some of our budget issues here in the city. Something that I want to propose, and it's not that I don't trust staff. I like working with staff. I think that sometimes we're seen as ceremonial figures, and I like getting in the weeds with you guys. And so something I would propose here, if we do an RFP and we take the top 3 candidates, what I'd like to do is be part of those negotiations. Is there a way, and maybe legal advice here, that we could select, and it doesn't have to be me. I mean, I'm the mayor of Porterville. I would like it to be me. But if we selected someone to be part of those negotiations with staff, supporting staff, and negotiating out the best deal for the city of Porterville. And I'm asking for legal advice. Is that something we can do?
Yes, we would just make it part of the RFP, and we'd make it clear that that's part of the process. Okay.
And so if we looked at the top 3 contenders and we would have the ability to negotiate the best deal?
Yes, if that's how you set up the RFP process, you absolutely can do it that way.
Okay. That's something that I want to present to you guys, because right away I would negotiate for to bring the cost down to what it originally was. I would stop these rate increases. Like I said, I'd fight for the employees of the city of Porterville and make sure that they get the same wages what they're getting. I would fight for 1-day trash service. I'd fight for a dump site or a transfer station, Teapot Dome. I would make sure that we get not only that they hire local, but they open a local shop. They have to have a business here locally. then I would also push for some kind of donations other than the franchise fee, some kind of civic events or projects in the community. I don't know if it's $100,000 annually and it's something that goes into a pot that the council has the discretion to spend in the future. That would be something else that I would waiver. As far as the electric clean fleet, this is coming down, and this is a way to beat that system. You know, what you guys didn't say out loud is you pay for lobbyists, right? And so you lobby the government in Sacramento, and it's not just you guys, it's all industries. Everyone does it. I understand. I get how politics work. We buy our politicians, and the politicians makes the laws, and if we're not giving those politicians money, then
all the plants your yard needs without the hassle. That's what FastGrowingTrees.com delivers.
I gifted my husband these pants, and now he wears them everywhere. Meet mesh irons, the most flat.
they're not going to make certain laws, right? And so I have a feeling that they're going to back off on this one. That's my opinion. The organic 1383 is just another cost to the city. With this approach, we pass this off onto the private sector while making sure we take care of the city employees. I think it's the right approach. But my ask here tonight would be amending this and allowing me to be part of the negotiations. That would be my motion for an amendment.
Couldn't we just write up, like, each of us have, like, maybe